Will Wall, no one talked about a resume until him. I mean, like, is that impactful though? Like, it is, but it's not, I don't know if that's like. But I don't know if people were doing it because of Will Wall though. Like, I think that was already like part of the meta by that point. He was just like the first person to like actively say it on the show. Rowan Ponderosa, yeah. Yeah, I need to actually read the Mark Burnett book at some point in my life. I own it. I literally bought it. And like I've read like snippets from it, but like I haven't like officially read the full thing for myself.
You must be busy.
Maybe Tina and Colby, first person to flip on Alliance. I think the thing is like just being the first to do it isn't enough, because like I feel like it needs to be the first person to do it and it be on the show, and like it actually cause other people to do it also. Because like just being the I would say like Austin Cardi, you could say is like, oh, the first person to make a fake idol, but like no one knows he made a fake idol, so it doesn't really matter. So like I think you would give the credit to like Yao Man for being the first person to make a fake idol on the show, for that. Where I think with like Tina, it's like you don't like Mitchell getting voted out and like Tina flipping the vote on him. Like that's not even focused on at the show at all. It just happens. Like I don't even remember. Do they even explain like how it happened afterwards? I think they might. I think there might be like a confessional afterwards. But like it's still a point where like I don't think anyone mentions that as like this is the reason. Like this was inspiration for me flipping like the game afterwards or whatever. Yeah, you want to give Sierra credit for big moves? When Austin Cardi and Will Wall come back for Game Changers, I can't wait. Sandra and Boo. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, yeah. And like, too fair, those were on the show. So it's kind of a different, like, that's kind of a weird thing. But like, obviously I think Tony's like the one that like most people mention though. People on Fiji, Hudson Cook Islands, but probably did he split the vote. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like when it comes to like the concept of splitting the vote, like to me it's like that like hard of a thing to call it with. There were like people like jokingly say that like Cowboy's like a mastermind or whatever. It's like yeah, it's like a very obvious strategy. Like it's the same thing with like the back door in Big Brother. It's like they literally created like the first ever opportunity it could have like been created. It's like it's not the most like innovative strategy in the world or anything. I still stand by saying the snake and rat speech is humorous to me.
Clear the area of archery.
You don't find it funny? Like, I think it's funny. I think literally all it is to me is funny, especially at this point. Speech is not funny, it's powerful. Is it though? Like, to me, it's just a joke because I think it's Sue being a ham. Because I don't take Sue seriously during her speech. Like, I think it's just Sue hamming it up for the show. Okay, cool. BB6 video reminded me that they fixed the back door more because of James than Jace. Yeah, I mean, I think it's because they saw it happen twice in a row. I don't think it was like specifically because of they love James so much, and too, they did like James, but like, I don't think it's specifically because like, again, this happened to James, we can't let it happen again. I think it's more so just like, fuck, it happened twice in a row, like on 2 seasons in a row that they just broke the back door. So it's like, okay, we gotta fix this. I also find it funny how, like, and I imagine in the videos that, like, it's mentioned, like, during the first veto competition of BB6 that's, like, what was it? That, there's gonna be some veto competitions that can have no winners. And that just, like, never comes up ever again. Or, like, I assume, like, that's their, like, to them, that was the fix to the back door. Because if there's no winner of the veto, then obviously, like, you can't backdoor somebody. But yeah, like that never comes up ever again. So it's like, yeah, it's like they didn't do anything with that. And like even then, it's not even a good enough fix anyway. Um, yeah, we'll probably start in about like 10 minutes or so. But again, there's a lot to talk about. I don't know if it'll last the entire stream. So essentially, how I'm gonna handle this, I will be changing the stream title once we get the spoiler talk. Like it'll be at the beginning, Survivor 50 spoiler talk, whatever. Oh, yeah, that'll probably just be the beginning of it. Um, and yeah, eventually maybe it'll die down. Maybe I'll go back to non-spoiler or whatever. But and if I do, I'll obviously change the title back. Um, but yeah, as long as in the title you see Survivor 50 spoiler talk, uh, I will be talking 50 spoilers, and also I'll allow people in chat to talk about 50 spoilers. But yeah, if that's not there, then obviously I won't talk about it, and again, I also don't talk about it in chat. Um, how impactful is Kelly Goldsmith trying to flip on Baron? Somewhat. I don't know. It wasn't that impactful, I think, is the thing. Because, like, does anyone talk about it after the fact? It's just like another one of these situations where, like, she was one of the first people to do it. But, like, I don't know if that really impacted other people to, like, want to do it themselves. Um, Jennifer Vasquez is underrated in the grand scheme of Big Brother. I agree. I think I actually put her too low, probably. I think she still makes a dumb move that, like, ends her game. But I do think she's probably a better player than I gave her credit for in my ranking for Big Brother player. Steph's story's crazy. Is it really? It's really that bad? Um, like I'll look it up when we get to it. That's the Microsoft situation. I think it's shit. Like I think it's like from a consumer standpoint, I think it's bad, obviously, but like obviously like just for the people themselves, getting like all the people getting fired and everything, it's terrible. Obviously, getting like Perfect Dark getting shut down. Most of it wasn't real to begin with. Like that's kind of insane. After a while, it got canceled. Like, how many people got fired again? It's a lot, right? Wasn't it like 9,000 or something like that? Story's so crazy they should tell her to delete it. I understand how Jennifer's really well positioned for she won HOH. Yeah, yeah. I had her what? I had her like 3 for most of the season, I think. On my like power rankings that I kept. Okay, what's time? 123. Coaches too, but he's a bit. Wait, a bit more not obvious. Okay. You talk about someone on 50 getting a bit too trigger happy with their follows. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Yeah. We'll talk about everything in like 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Maybe we can just do it now. I'll finish this mission and then I'll change the stream title. And we'll do it. It's not like there's that big of a difference between now and like 5 minutes from now. Oh no.
What a relief it is to know that I am Thank you, Master.
The breakout game, that game, my favorite.
I failed you. So now your only escape from
7th on the player ranking? I don't remember. I think I probably had her like 8 or 9 or so. I really don't remember. Who am I rooting for just purely as a fan? Christian, probably. Let's see. Where's my BB6 player ranking? I'm surprised they're so low. I need to change that. When it comes to mid-season, I think it'll be interesting if I just openly embrace the spoilers, predict how the season plays out. That could be a thing too. I don't know. We'll see. I will do a mid-season video either way. It's just a matter of like what do I do for the mid-season video. Okay. I think it's time. I think where are we at? 2 hours 7 minutes in the stream. So I will change the stream title. Survivor 50 spoiler talk. Shit. Don't be here if you don't want to be spoiled. There we go. So yeah, you might get an ad. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So I changed stream title. Yeah, I'll wait like a couple more seconds just in case people want to leave, and then for people that also potentially get an ad. Like, I don't know how that works. Again, I don't have ads set up, but okay, no ad. Okay, cool. But like sometimes if I change the stream title, people get an ad. I don't know why. I'm barely making any money from it. Okay. Survivor 50 spoiler talk. Well, okay, yeah, like obviously we know actually I should have looked up the list. we know the pre-mergers, or pre-jurors, we know the post-jurors. I want to look up this Steph thing. What is this Steph thing? Because this is pretty insane, seemingly. I'm just gonna look at the spoiled Survivor thing. Why not? Steph's thing on here. Ooh. Shit, I should have changed my fucking winner pick. God damn it. I was fucking right, if it is right. Which, who the fuck knows, but... I literally said it last stream. Like, I literally said it yeah, Charlie's a pre-merger. But yeah, I literally said it last stream. That I'm feeling pretty good about Joe. We don't know who won for sure. It's not, but like Steph is like really propping up Joe. Is the person that people were talking about. She's wearing a bracelet about his sister. Yeah, like they're definitely working together. Like that's no doubt in that. They're both post mergers also. But yeah, how should we run through this? Because there's a lot to talk about. I see Steph also mentioned Christian in that story. Ooh, that's actually I don't know why I said ooh, because like we knew Christian was a post merger anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, do I want Christian to be working with Joe and Steph? I feel like that's not really an alliance. Yeah, Joe looked really. Because I was gonna speculate on that too. Joe looks super fucking skinny. In the photo of him at the airport. So that was also a sign to me that like I feel like Joe makes it very deep. And to be fair, like that's never like played that big of a factor, but like still like Joe looked as if he literally just got off the island. We don't know the final three. We just know the post mergers, and we know the post jurors, and we know the pre jurors. And we know like some information on some of the pre jurors. Or specifically one of them. Yeah, Joe looked a lot. I will say Rick Devens, again, not body shaming or anything. I feel like Rick Devens spent a while Ponderosa. From the photo that we saw of him at the airport. To where I would guess Rick Devens is like an early merge boot based on the photo of him. Veteran Coach Wade, please save us. I mean, It looks like it was a good run for him. I mean, at least he's happy with it, seemingly. And again, we know that he's again coach made the merge at least. It doesn't lose 1 pound. I love that for him. I mean, yeah. Or for you. But yeah, either way. Coach seemed excited in his TikToks. I can feel like it's Joe versus Coach. That'd be insane. Final Tribal. I did not see Coach's story. I saw Coach's like Twitter posts, but I didn't see his story. I'm not a big Instagram person. But yeah, so the thing I was alluding to earlier, like the reason why I specify the social media thing is yeah, Angelina. But like Angelina, yeah, like so was Angelina the person that posted like a little bit too early? Because like Angelina posted like a picture of her like on the plane or whatever, but posted it today. But I think it was like slightly too early to where like it probably was a spoiler that she was a pre-merger. Um, which also, yeah, okay, so yeah, Jenna also, yeah, so with Jenna also, Jenna followed Camilla and Angelina, I believe were the two, right? Like too early, so that was also a thing. Um, yeah, so a lot of this, there were clues. I'm shocked Angelina is an early boot. That's something that was not on my bingo card. I really did not expect that. I thought there was no way Angelina's going home early. Like I'm yeah really surprised by that. Um, like yeah, I'm just trying to struggle. Like how should we talk about this? Because again, there's just like so many different things to talk about. I guess okay. Let's talk about the actual what we know. Like in terms of the let's talk about the pre-jurors and the post-jurors. Like who is pre-jury, who is post-jury. Let's see if I can remember it top of mind. Pre-jury. Jenna Lewis is pre-jury, which disappointing, not fully unexpected. Um, but definitely disappointing. I definitely would have liked to see Jenna make it deep. I actually feel like when it comes to the old schoolers, the people that went pre-jury are the people that, or at least for the most part, are the people that I wanted to make it deep. I wanted Jenna Lewis to make it deep, and I'm disappointed that she didn't. But it's not that shocking. Colby is a pre-juror. Also very disappointing. Not that I'm a big Colby guy, but I really did actually want to see him get redemption for last time and know that he's like an early boot again, or like I guess early boot. I mean, I guess he was technically an earlier boot for All Stars, but still, it's like this probably will end up being his worst performance from a placement perspective, at least. I think that's kind of disappointing for him. Um, then like we don't have another old, like next person is what Angelina, right? Well, I guess the Davis Goliath people. Where yeah, like new era, like this is not a season that is dominated by the new era, which I fully expected to be. So like I did expect us to get like a winners at war style thing of like a lot of the early boots being old schoolers. We're not getting that, so at least there's that. Um, yeah, Angelina, I already said, shocked. Then we get to Mike White. So Mike White early boot, a little bit surprising. I did not think Mike White. I mean, Steph's not an early boot. Yeah, I'm skipping through the early boot. I'm talking about just the preachers, or should we just talk about everybody? I guess maybe that's a better way to do it, considering I'll remember everybody that way anyway. Um, so okay, yeah, Steph is a poster. It seems, yeah. I mean, she's probably working with Joe. That's not that shocking. We know she had a pregame relationship with Jonathan, so I would assume that's probably part of the equation as well. I'm a little bit surprised Stephanie made the merge to a degree. Like I was thinking Stephanie was someone that I could definitely see being a pre-merger. Um, but she made the merge. I could see her being a goat, right? Like I mean, like if she's at the end of Joe, like I feel like that's an easy way for Joe to win, right? Um, so yeah, I mean, Steph, yeah, whatever. I don't really care about Steph personally, but whatever. Sari. So Sari is a poster. We knew that. So again, going back to the Jared thing, Jared spoiled that she was still there at the family visit. Also, Jared is a fucking idiot and posted him picking her up from the airport. Um, during which also Emily Flippin is right there, which is like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what a fucking idiot. But Sari lost a lot of weight seemingly. So I do feel like Sari. Uh, yeah, like so I am feeling like Sari probably made it pretty deep. Like you would assume by the time of the family visit it would probably be like what, like final 9, final 10 ish. Like I could see Sari making like what if Sari goes out in 4 again? Or like I guess she did go out in 4 in Panama, but like what if she's like just barely misses out again? I think that'll be kind of a tragic ending for Suri, but no. Yeah, I would bet on her making finale, personally. Ozzy's poster, not shocking. I think you would have expected him to be poster. Again, we know nothing about his placement or anything. Like, we didn't even really get like a good image of Ozzy. Like, there's the image of him from the back, but like I didn't really see an image of him from the face or anything. But like, it's Ozzy. I mean, like, I mean, like without this Joe thing, like I would think that again, Ozzy could win, but like there's really just nothing else about that. And again, just him making the merge is like not shocking. Coach making merge, I'm very happy about. I was very worried that Coach wouldn't make the merge. I was worried that we are going to get like very little of Coach. Um, but yeah, looks like we're going to get a lot of Coach. So at least there's that. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think he's still like a massive character, seemingly. So it's like, we don't know placements at all. We just know who is post jury and we know who is pre jury. Um, because CBS spoiled it. Like, I guess CBS didn't spoil it themselves, but like they put them on different flights so we know which one's which. Um, but yeah, Coach. Not. Yeah, I'm happy he made it far. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Aubrey's postery. Also, not really much to say there. I mean, like Aubrey, I know she was hanging out. So like, the picture of Aubrey at the airport was her with Jonathan, Joe, and Rick Devens, right? I think were the people she was around. So it's like I don't know if that's like an alliance. I don't know or what. I feel like Aubrey Jonathan is like a very random grouping. But yeah, Aubrey's whatever. I mean, like I think out of the people we've talked about so far, maybe outside of like Steph, I think Aubrey's probably the person I would have been the most okay with going out early. But whatever. We'll get the queue. We'll have a lot to say about Q. Then Chrissy, which I thought Chrissy was. So Chrissy, by the way, also was like a major like first boot person that people were talking about. Turns out Chrissy made the jury. And Chrissy's someone that like also was not like so. How this also was handled is that Survivors Unite confirmed. Okay, there are 14 posters, 10 pre-jurors. Then we had all these photos, and we can confirm certain people. There was one person missing, and the last person people were like speculating. Oh, is it Genevieve? Is it Angelina? Chrissy was never on people's radars, and then fucking Survivors Unite just confirmed out of nowhere that the 14th person is Chrissy. So like, yeah, Chrissy made the jury. I'm surprised personally. I really thought Chrissy, like when I saw the rumors that Chrissy was first boot, like I didn't like fully bank on Chrissy being first boot. Yeah, we'll talk about Kyle. Yeah, like yeah, what was it talking about Chrissy? Yeah, I didn't fully bank on her being first boot, but I did still think she was going to be an early boot. Um, so yeah, again, like with Chrissy, it's like I don't know, maybe it goes well for her. I mean, like I still would not bank on her. Like I would not expect her to be someone that would win this season, but like her making far fine. Um, so I already talked about Angelina, essentially. I guess Christian. I'm very happy Christian made the jury. I hope it went well for him. Like it doesn't see like I would not bank on him winning the season, but I'm happy he at least made it far. It's not like a terrible experience. We don't know if it's a terrible experience for him or not, but like at least he wasn't like Rob Cesternino, like gets taken out right away. Like I'm at least happy that we're gonna get a lot of Christian on the season. Also, like I'm happy like for the people that made it deep as well. Is that like you would assume this means that they're probably potentially like these new legends for the show, especially like these like two-time players, like people like Christian who like hasn't this is his second chance playing the game, that he can now potentially become a like actual like legend of Survivor, and happy Christian's gonna have that opportunity. Mike White. So I already spoiled earlier. Mike White is an early boot. Also, Mike White. So also this is also a thing that I forgot this was out by the time of last stream. I don't think it was. We knew one person left Ponderosa early, but we'll get to that. But later, Survivors Unite confirmed 3 people left Ponderosa early, and supposedly that is the reason why they did the thing the way they did. Like they flew people back the way they did. It's because 3 people already left early, so they were like, "Well, fuck it, we'll just like send people home, like the pre-jury home a day early, and we'll send everyone like the post-jury home, like when we normally do." But supposedly Mike White is one of those people. Mike White left Ponderosa early. Which, like, to be fair, it's Mike White. So it's like, I assume he probably had better things to be doing. Um, but also, it's like, you could have just taken the vacation. Like, um, yeah, it's like I think he's just like justified for a career standpoint, but also it's like I don't know, you couldn't just take it like an extra like 2 weeks off. Like it's not like it's that long of a season. Watch Mike White be like first boot though. I wouldn't be shocked if he had it in his contract. That definitely would make sense. The other one, we'll get to that. But again, obviously, yeah, it implies 3 people left Ponderosa early. Mike White is the first one of those. We'll get to the other ones. Um, yeah, then we're on to Jonathan, right? Jonathan's post jury. I don't think that's a shock to anybody. Again, like I don't know how Jonathan does. Like probably not well. Like I think Jonathan's probably like primed to be like final like 10 boot or so, like somewhere in that spot. But yeah, he made the jury. That's not shocking. Um, then D made the jury. I'm happy D made the jury personally. Um, just because again I think D like again obviously a winner. I think like her making the jury here is at least more of an opportunity for her to like really up her legacy. Potentially again become one of the best players of all time. We'll see. I don't know if this would be like if she doesn't win this season. I don't know if it would be enough, obviously, to be like yeah, like obviously wouldn't be above Tony or like I don't think Kim Spradlin because like again like her winning game's still like a bit rocky, but it's like I don't know. I think she could be top 5 depending on how this season goes for her. To be fair though, I'm currently like I think she's probably like an early like merge boot. I would guess. Um, like I would not expect her to be like a late gamer, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Emily made the jury. A little bit surprising. Yeah, I thought Emily was a very prime early boot candidate. But again, I'm happy that she made it deep. Again, like Christian, I'm happy that like Emily Flippin could potentially be like a Survivor legend. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, again, I'm happy she made deep. I would not be banking on her like making endgame. I feel like she's also someone that I'm kind of like expecting to be like an early merge boot. Um, again, she made it far. Like yeah, she was there with Suri as they left the airport, so it's like I don't know if Emily and Suri are close. Um, like I feel like that seems to be. Oh, I did skip Devins. God damn it. Yeah, I forgot about Devins. We'll get. Okay, I'll talk about Devins next. But I could definitely see like Emily and Suri together. I feel like Emily definitely feels kind of like Izzy coded. Um, so yeah, I feel like that's definitely an alliance I could see. Yeah, let's go back to Devins. Devins made the jury. I kind of spoiled that earlier anyway. Which yeah, good for Devins. I mean, again, as I said, like I'm assuming Devins is an early like merge boot based on how like it seemed like he was at Ponderosa for a while. Um, but yeah, again, like Rick Devins fine. I mean, like I think he obviously had like a big run his first time around. Again, he could potentially again be a legend after this. Again, if he is an early merge boot, I don't know if he'll necessarily have that opportunity, but still, it's like again, I like Rick Devins. Like he's a likable guy for the most part, even though again I know Kelly Wentworth has beef over him or something, but like I don't know. Yeah, I said Chrissy earlier. Chrissy made the jury. Um, 3 on Clock Tower will happen. I mean, let's see about that. Yeah, Emily was in the video, Jared. Yeah. We do not know about Final Four Fire making yet. We know there's going to be a live reunion, though. That's the only thing we know from the votes. Um, yeah, then 46 people. Tiffany. Tiffany made jury. Not a shocker. I mean, again, Tiffany's coming in this with like the least, like the smallest like reputation or whatever. It's not a shocker that she was able to make the jury. I do know that she was hanging out with D. Like her, like the photo at the airport was like her and D were together. So like I could definitely see that being an alliance. I see a circle, but but yeah, it's like I think Tiffany is like yeah, I think she probably made deep. I would not expect her to win personally. I still feel like that like meta thing with Tiffany is something that will probably catch up to her. Um, but again, she made deep at least. Um, and who's next? Then well yeah, Q. Q pre-jury, not a shocker. Also, Q is the other person that did leave Ponderosa early. I am interested in what that means. Because like Q is someone that like we know that like he was talking like he was like pretending like oh I wouldn't say yes to 50 like beforehand talking about how like oh I don't want to leave my kid and all that stuff and I feel like that was probably real. Like I feel like like not that he would turn out 50 but like the fact that he genuinely like I think his big thing was that yeah I don't want to leave my kid. So like I assume that's probably why he left Ponderosa. Um, I do wonder if we're looking at like a potential quit for Q. Like that's maybe a thing also on the board. Um, but yeah, I think it's like more than likely it's his kid. I do wonder if that ruined his relationship production. I think that's the thing I'm personally worried about in the sense that obviously Q's an incredible character. And like maybe this is like the end of Q's Survivor career, I guess. But I don't know. I'm worried for Q, like how Q is run is because like yeah, him being an early boot, not a shocker. I always expected that. But the fact that he left Ponderosa early, I am worried about how that's going to affect his like legacy. Um, yeah, we know live reunion is happening. Which yeah, is he going to be at the live reunion? Like I think that probably means he's not going to be at the live reunion unless it was a spot where they gave him the go ahead, which I don't know why they would do that. Considering we know that they planned for uh, for players to be held at Ponderosa, so it's like and like same thing goes with Mike White too. It's like if he did leave without permission or whatever, or without the like approval or whatever, it's like are they not? But they're not gonna fucking say no to Mike White. But they also, if you say no to Mike White, then like, or if you don't say no to Mike White, it's gonna be weird if you say no to Q. So it's like I don't know how exactly that's gonna work out. Um, but yeah, Charlie early boot. Again, I had him as my winner pick, and again, it was always a high variance pick. I still thought there was a good chance of him potentially like still being the Rob Cesternino figure. I thought he'd be able to escape it. Doesn't seem like he would. I wonder how this is gonna go. I mean, again, if it'd be funny if if he plays like a JT sort of thing and like kind of blows up his reputation. We don't know. Again, I think he like from what I've seen of him, I think he is a competent player, but it doesn't seem like he was able to get out of that this time. So, oh well. Genevieve, early boot, which I'm actually surprised I haven't seen more of that on Twitter. And too fair, I haven't like checked on Twitter in the last like 4 hours or whatever, or 3 hours either way. But yeah, I would have. I was fully expecting more Genevieve was robbed sort of posts at Genevieve being an early boot. But I haven't really seen much of that. But yeah, again, I could see it, which is funny considering like Genevieve and Charlie are my top two picks coming in on my preseason power ranking. So like that didn't age well. Actually, no, I know Aubrey is two, isn't she? I think I'd move Aubrey to Genevieve three. Either way, none of that's aged that well. But yeah, not shocking. Like I always felt like Genevieve was still pretty high variance, and yeah, like she didn't come in the main connections though. Again, supposedly she was pre-gaming, but I don't know, not great. Um, 48 people. So I mean, as implied already, like maybe Joe won. Like obviously he made the jury. Um, and the picture of him with the fan at the airport and everything, like he was looking super skinny. So like I assume he made it very deep. I would not be shocked if Joe made it to the end again. Question is, did he win this time? But again, like Stephanie seems to love Joe, so that's a good sign for him. Um, Again, I mean, I'm not that shocked at this point. Like I literally was talking about it last stream. That's like I kind of regret not having Joe towards the top of my power ranking because I think especially now seeing all the old schoolers just love Joe coming in this season, it's like I feel like Joe's set, and it's like it's just a matter of like is he going to be able to like just have like a slight more killer instinct because like I think he's in a spot now where like obviously he is probably going to get the votes of those like old school style players, but like is he still going to be able to get the votes of the new school players? And I feel like he needs like a little bit more of a killer instinct to be able to do that. And it's like if he has that like little more of a killer instinct, it's like I do feel like he's like a perfectly like fine player. I do wonder how this is gonna change his legacy. Like if he goes on to win this season, like yeah, like how high is Joe on a winner ranking? I guess it depends on how he wins. Like is he like leading an alliance like he did last time, or again like is he just like kind of in the back burner? Like is he like a massive target, winning immunities? Like how exactly does it go? But like yeah, I think there's a chance Joe is like at least a top 10 player if he does win this season. See how it goes. Um, then Camilla early boot, which not shocking. Again, I think Camilla again came into the season with a pretty big target. Um, not a great not a great position for her. I do wonder if she went out before or after Kyle, because I think that's going to be interesting. Because if she went out before, then I think she really got screwed. Both Canadians pre-jury. Yeah, that's a shame. But, yeah, if she went out before Kyle, she really gets screwed over, right? Because, like, I feel like more than likely, massive reason why she's targeted is because of Kyle. Mind you, I still think there's reasons to target Camilla outside that, though. Like, I mean, we literally just saw in the finale of 48 her getting hyped up as like a really sneaky player, and what was it that the jury said that they were all going to vote for her, even though not all of the jury said that, but either way. Like, that's how it's perceived on the show, to where, like, definitely, I feel like Camilla was kind of screwed coming in the season no matter what, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happened with Kyle, where, again, let's get to Kyle, where it's now confirmed Kyle was the medevac. So we talked about this last stream. There was a medevac. We knew about medevac. We didn't know exactly who it is. There were rumblings about Kyle and things pointing to Kyle, but we didn't know exactly. Now we know, yes, it was Kyle that was medevaced, and Kyle was a preacher. Yeah, I mean, not shocking. We do actually, something we do know, though, Kyle was not the first person out of the game. Because Survivors Unite has clarified that the medevac happened after episode 1. So Kyle survived the first tribal, at least. But yeah, not great. I mean, like, not, I don't know what. Like, obviously, yeah, sad to see Kyle leave through medevac. I do wonder what position he was in the game at that point. As, again, I would have loved to have more information on Kyle as a player. Like, I think if he's just medevaced in episode 2, then there's really not going to be much to, like, really get out of him. I think it'd be really weird if, like, this is the end of his Survivor, like, journey. Like, he literally is like, oh, I won, and then immediately afterwards I got medevac from my next season. That's it. Towards Achilles. That's, yeah, it's a bit rough. I mean, like, obviously, yeah, like, he got injured to the point where, like, he got sent home. So it's like, I don't know. Seems a bit rough. Definitely, I think it's a shame, too, because, like, obviously, like, from his perspective, like, just as, like, from a personal perspective for Kyle, it's like he just won Survivor. He won $1 million. And, like, he's not even able to, like, really, like, bask in that. And then, like, immediately goes on to play another season and then gets medevaced. It's like, that's kind of just a shit, like, overall trajectory. So I kind of feel for him in that light, even though, again, he still has a fucking $1 million. He's probably fine. But, like, I don't know. I feel like that would bother me if I was Kyle. I think 48, 46 Davis Goliath were targeted pre-merge. Only one of them. Yeah, I think probably. I think there definitely was a, like, let's target the people that are connected sort of thing. I think I don't know if it lasted beyond just, like, I think it probably was, like, initially, where, like, I think with, like, Kyle and Camilla, it probably was the thing, yeah, let's get rid of one of Kyle and Camilla, let's get rid of one of Mike or Angelina, let's get rid of, I mean, I guess with 46, it's like they're not really that connected, but still, I think that probably played a factor there. I don't know if it played a factor to, like, both, like, having two of them go before the merge, but I think it probably played a factor, like, initially at least. Yeah, then the 49ers. So yeah, Rizzo, Rizgod made the merge. Rizgod is a two-time, or I don't know the first time technically, but like I assume a two-time post-merger. Again, is Rizgod gonna be a Survivor legend? Like, that'd be so. Dude, imagine Rizgod won 49. Because again, I'm still under the assumption that one of the two probably won 49. So like, if one of them won 49 and then, like if Rizzo won 49 and then like makes it deep on 40 or on 50, it's like, dude, imagine Rizgod is like one of the best Survivor players of all time at this point. It's where, yeah, it's like, imagine Rizzo is a top 10 player. Like, that'd be pretty insane. By the way, also, yeah, like Rizzo was photographed at the airport. So at this point, it is confirmed that, yeah, Rizzo is the 49 player for sure. Which, again, just lines up with all the other stuff. Because, like, again, we technically don't have full proof of Savannah. But, like, considering Rizzo is proven now, it's like you would assume the other one is Savannah almost for sure anyway. But to get to Savannah was an early boot. Which... yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Again, like, obviously, I don't know anything about her. Like, obviously, again, there's a chance she's the winner. There's a chance she potentially had a target on her back because of being a winner. We don't know. Like, again, just who the fuck knows? But, again, she was an early boot. I mean, again, was always on the boot card. I believe with her being an early boot, I believe this makes her the earliest boot for a player that has played back-to-back. Because I believe Zeke was the previous record holder. Because, like, typically playing back-to-back, you do well most of the time. I mean, like, was it Rupert got fourth? You have James and Amanda, who, again, got, second and seventh. Again, Stephanie, if you want to include that, got second. You have, Russell got second, or third. You have what was it? Malcolm got fourth. I'm not gonna include Cambodia because that's like a different situation. But and like again, if you want to include that, I guess Shireen was an early boot, but I don't really include that. But then like Zeke and Michaela got what 7th and 10th, so it's like again, this is a pretty early boot for a player that played back to back like that. But yeah, it's like again, if she's a winner, or like even if she got targeted, because there's even a chance that she didn't win, but she got targeted for potentially being a winner. Sorry, there's even a chance that like she didn't win, told people she didn't win, and people just didn't believe her because like they still know that she took Marianne's spot. Like that was still out there. Actually, too fair, was it out there at that point that they left? It was known that Marianne got cut last second. I'm trying to remember if it was known that the 49 players took over Andy and Marianne's spots by the time they left. It was actually no, it definitely was. Yeah, it definitely was because yeah, we knew that on the Saturday, like the day of the emergency stream. So yeah, they definitely knew. So yeah, I think Savannah, like even if she won or not, she definitely had the target of people assuming that she probably won. Meant 10th for Malcolm? No, Malcolm got 9th on Caramoan. Chuck D made it to jury. I'm not really. Like, I think, like, again, if she were to be targeted early, it's simply because she's a winner. Like, outside of that, like, I feel like D's going to make it deep anyway. Like, she's pretty well connected. I feel like she has, like, a similar mindset to, like, the old school players. It's like, I always felt like D was pretty well situated if she wasn't going to be targeted for being a winner. Do you know how production feels about the season? Not really. But again, there was the video of like Jeff saying, "Oh, season's finished filming," and like people were saying, "Oh, he seems disappointed." But are we talking about spoilers? I don't know, like 30 minutes or so. I guess I'll continue playing the game considering I'm actually like really far behind on playing. Like I wanted to finish this in 3 streams. I literally finished this in 3 streams last time. Yeah, I'm like nowhere close to being on pace for that at this point. No, again, it's a joke because it's rumored that we're getting a twin twist for BB27. But yeah, it'd be funny if Liz and Julia were back. Hate if Joe wins. I don't personally care that much. I think it depends on how it happens. Like if it is just this loyalty honesty alliance running the show, then yeah, that would be lame. But like I'm not like completely against just the notion of I'm dumb, I didn't do the missions. But I'm not like inherently against the idea of Joe winning. I think Jeff would be excited if Joe won. I think he would definitely be excited if Joe won. I mean, like, too fair, like, who would he not be excited if they won on this season? Like, is there really anybody that he'd be, like, genuinely, like, disappointed that they won? Like, I feel like a lot of this cast just feels like a Jeff cast. Like, maybe, like, Ozzy, but even then, I feel like he would at least, like, respect, like, the story of Ozzy by that point, if Ozzy won. So it's like, I don't know. I don't think there's anyone here that I'm like, he would hate if that person won. It's a Rizzo Coach Joe Final 3 with Saria's Final Juror. I feel like that would be pretty. I can see Jeff being disappointed. Like in a world where like Sari misses out again, I can see a world where Jeff doesn't like that Sari missed out again, and that being something that would disappoint him. Imagine that's why Jeff's like supposedly disappointed in the video. Is that like he knows that Sari's about to be voted out at 6. But yeah, either way, like I'm personally just excited to see how the season goes from a legacy perspective. Like even if the season is shit, I think it'll still at least be interesting to see. Did I get anything from this? Oh, I got one. But yeah, I still think it'll be interesting to see how this like affects like the player ranking. Oh, is there anyone that cares? Don't talk about. Yeah, I just want to ask, like, if anyone like